Hey, everybody. Good morning, beautiful people. Hope everyone is well and having an absolutely incredible morning. Good morning, and welcome to Freedom Radio Shop Talk, where nothing and no one is off the table. So, hope everyone's well and having a great morning. Do me a great favor. And yes, it's Wildpraize Takeover this morning. So, do me a great favor and please like and then follow that with a share. Please like and share so we can make sure that everybody knows that we're here, we're live, and we're tuned in. Yeah, do me that favor, like and share right here on Freedom Radio, and then we can get this party moving and get it doing what it's supposed to do. So I want you to do that real fast. Like and share right now. Okay, like and share right now on Freedom Radio. Tell your mama, Nuck, and Pookie and them that we over here. All right. All right. So let's do that first. Good morning and salutations. Good morning. As you see, it's not just me this morning. We have someone else coming in, but our wonderful guy in charge, our wonderful boss in charge. He's just out for the day. And so we're here hanging out. So again, I'm going to give you a moment, as they say, to come on in. And we're going to have this good old hour of power here. So I want you to do that real quick. Like and share, okay? And good morning. So let's tune in and tell me if you're here, if you're watching. I would love to know. That would be cool and that would be great. I'm going to make sure that everybody sees us and that we're all visible over here. Okay, just give us a little moment. Make sure, everyone knows that we're public right now. All right. Giving you a moment to type in because I know you don't see, the boss. You don't see Demetrius, so might throw you off a little bit over here. So we want to make sure that everybody can see everybody. All right. All right. So good morning, Miss Sunny. Hey Lee. Hey fellow Lemonhead. Good morning. Hi Jacory. So good morning. Hope everybody again had a great morning. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. It's pretty nice. Let me tell you actually what the weather is. We never talk about that, right? So let's see. On this trusty iPhone today, the weather is 73 degrees here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So hi Miss Dawn. Good afternoon. Hey. So I'm excited to be a part of a great radio station called Freedom Radio. So I want to encourage you to do a couple things this morning. Do you have the Freedom Radio app? Did you know that Freedom Radio plays music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And we've been doing that for 10 years straight, no breaks. So 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All you have to do is go to your favorite app store, whether that's Google, I'm praying for you if you're over in that Droid land. But if you are an Apple child, you can go to the Apple store and you can download the Freedom Radio app, or you can simply go to our website, Freedom, and it's actually spelled FREEDEM, Freedom Radio. Good morning. And it's actually spelled that way, freedomradio.com. And so I thought about something today. This is going to be great because I'm going to bring our co-host in and or other, actually we are co-hosts, the bosses are here. So, so I want to pose a question to you this morning, and we're going to talk about a lot of good stuff. But I thought about something this morning. Sometimes when I need to clear my head, I want to tell you about a quick exercise that I do believe in therapy and Jesus. And so my therapist had me do a really great exercise yesterday where he just asked me to, tell me 5 things I see in the room, then tell me things that I hear. And it was dead silence in my space or in my apartment. And so, I could hear the refrigerator, I could hear the clock. And he asked me what could I smell. Couldn't smell anything at that moment. And what could I taste? And immediately it was like this stillness. It was really cool. And so in those moments, sometimes I have a tendency to watch TV a lot or watch movies probably every day. I am a Disney kid. Don't hate. So I watch Disney almost every day. And but sometimes I just listen to straight music just all day. I just let it play. So if you're in that space, guess what you can do? You can go to FreedomRadio.com and you can just hear great music, no interruptions, very little commercials all day. It's really, really dope. All right. So make sure you do that. All right. So without any further delay, let's bring in our we're the co-host again. So bring in other co-host from sunny California. My dad is actually from California. He's from Inglewood. So yeah, people don't know, like they think I'm just this country girl, which I'm fine with. But my mom's from the country, my dad's from the city. So all my life we would go all the way to California through the mountains. Not the prettiest trip I liked as a kid, but California is a really, really beautiful place. And so he's from Hercules, California. So let's bring him in. All right. Jacory.
Yo, I wasn't
What's
gonna leave you. Good morning, everybody. I wasn't gonna leave you hanging. I'm tired as tired can be. But can I tell you what's funny is God is really like stretching me so far to where sometimes you can be stretched so far to where you have to look back. And my thing was, Yo is on. I got to be on. So guess what? That means I'm just gonna have to stretch it even. But he's about to launch me in that stretch. He's about to launch me somewhere. But I had to be on here. I wasn't gonna let you be on here by yourself.
Well, thank you, boo.
Yes.
Jacory is good people. I just like him. And it's the crazy part. You know, y'all, we've never met in person.
But we closer than close.
Yeah, we like real cool. Like he's just a really awesome individual.
Little situation you got.
This little big old, these braids are huge.
I like that.
They're long.
So you look like your face is like slimming down. What you doing
I
over there?
receive it. Hallelujah. I receive it. I'm trying. So let's talk about that real fast. So what I decided to do, so Jacory, yeah, we're gonna talk online because I'm gonna try these pills again. So I'm not a pill girl.
I'm gonna send you. I got some.
Let's go. So this is the thing. I've always said I wanted to. So we could dove into this part and we could dove into some other things that I know you like to talk about. Okay, so I have always said I wanted to lose weight naturally. I just never was down for the pills. I was never down. Surgery, I think, is me and a friend were just talking yesterday. Like, I'm not. First, let me say, if you decide to do surgery, that's a personal choice. I'm not coming against your choice. I just feel like I want to have the achievement of losing it the natural way. Now, I'm not saying I will be against cosmetic, because sometimes, the tummy tuck or the arms or things like that. But I just feel like I can do it. Now, I'm not telling you I'm always the best at it. I'm not telling you I haven't failed. I am not telling you I haven't messed up, but I am telling you I'm trying. I almost got a tear. All right. I am telling you I'm trying. So shout out to From Fat to Fit. A friend actually from back home named Rontavious Allen, who lives here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we're doing meal prep, right? So quick story, I did meal prep before I went to Philly with Higher Calling during Easter weekend. And I promise you I felt 10 times better. I ate clean, which is not always to do easy on the road. But I would say 75% of that trip, I pretty much ate clean. Me and my mom ate, small portion of McDonald's one night. But outside of that, we pretty much ate clean, which was a good lunch for me. And so I then came home and did meal prep again. And then this week I decided no cooking. I'm doing meal prep every day. So I made these little egg muffins, or egg bites. It's really easy. Listen, even if you are not Julia Childs, which I am not. She is an old French cook that has passed on. But what you can do, it's easy. All you do is put your favorite ingredients into to those little muffin. Get a muffin tin, put your ingredients, maybe some spinach. I like spinach, mushrooms, some cheese. You scramble some egg, put the egg on top. I promise you it's this easy. Put the egg on top, little salt and pepper, pop it in the oven about 375 for about 15, 20 minutes. You have to watch it. It'll rise. You're done.
Okay, I'm gonna see about that.
See about that, and it's easy. And then you can pop them into some trays, or you pop them into some Ziploc bags, and you just eat them in the mornings.
Hmm. Okay, I'm about to get my
Good.
to be
Yep.
slender. This looks like it's
Good.
getting
Easy.
fat. Okay.
So yeah. So yeah. Thank you. I receive and take the encouragement. And Lee Nichols from Higher Calling, she's on here, and she said that she will keep me accountable. So all right. That
Well,
being said,
we're supposed to be starting our water challenge too, and I like to say it this way because you got to watch what you put in your body, and you also have to watch what comes out. I need you to get up
absolutely,
and look down when you. We got to purify our urine. We got to look and see what's coming
absolutely,
out. You really got to pay attention, and I'm seeing that as I get older. You got to make sure this body is working the way it's supposed to work. But
absolutely.
you are the cure to that. What you put in and what you take out. So we got to get that water challenge going too.
Yeah, we got. So we're gonna get on that. Now I said a lot about me. How are you today?
I'm really excited because I'm actually working on a project at work. One of our residents, the family used to be a homeless resident about 12 years ago. Hey, Dito is watching.
Morning, boss. How you doing?
Yeah. But one of our residents is being drafted into the NFL. His name is Najee Harris. He's from Richmond, California. I don't know if you know, Richmond is said to be the city of pride and purpose, but it's am I am I doing a Karen card?
What?
You're not alone. You're not alone. What did I do? I'll hold your hand. I'll hold your hand.
No, you good. You here?
Oh, okay. But anyways, he's being drafted into the NFL, and I'm doing hosting the party. So I'm
Mm.
elated. I don't know a lot about football, but God is good. I know the logistics, the basics. But I'm just being stretched,
Come on, stretched.
and I don't have a problem for. I guess the thing with me is I can stretch for those who actually support and love me. You really have to keep your eyes open and watch, because sometimes your support system does not come from who you think it's coming from.
Always.
So,
That's
in
facts.
getting older, turning 39, I'm able to really see that sometimes I'm honoring and pushing people up in my life that don't need to be up.
Facts.
So, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think God has a way of shifting stuff around and putting people in the right place, and and sometimes people in your life, the saying is true for a season. Sometimes it's a really long. Sometimes a season is a long time. Sometimes it's just a reason, and sometimes people are there forever. I mean, literally, And so I have a friend. We've been friends. Her name is Shanta. I saw her click. Hey, Shanta. I love this girl, man. We've been friends almost 20 years. I think
Wow.
I'm a little bit longer than that. And let me tell you something. She's been the same person. Man, the same. She's never changed. She's always been kind. She's always been honest. Yolanda, that's not cool. I've
And
had
see,
a lot of those moments.
yeah, that's hard to find them solid as a rock friends.
Oh yeah, she's solid as a rock. She tells me the truth. She's a good one. So, and there's a lot of people like that. Everybody's not bad. I think we need to. A lot of people feel like everybody's not bad and everybody's not out to get you. So
And
yeah,
even you have to let some of them go. You just have some, because I'm learning that sometimes I gotta love you from a distance. Because sometimes we think you got to be right up in here. No, guess what? Let me
absolutely.
put you back, and I can still love you, but I got to go where I got to go. Because guess what? That relationship, if it's not in the right order, it can hold you from reaching your destiny. And I'm trying to reach
Absolutely.
everything I can reach in this
Reach
season.
it. Listen, shameless plug, okay? Reach your destiny. So he has a song called, My Destiny. So
Sunny Vine said you have to respect when someone's time expires in your life. I totally agree.
yeah, and sometimes it's hard because you want them to stay around. And so it's like, oh, but you'll know because sometimes God will force it to end. I know people don't think that's true. I
Ooh,
know, we do serve this loving, if you're a believer, this loving, kind, gracious, wonderful. God, but he's also sovereign. And he said, and he will force, I am one of a witness. Okay. He will force something to end because sometimes we don't see. What I'm learning, Jacory, is a lot of times we don't see what's down the road. We see today, we may see down the road. We should plan for further, but God sees what we don't see at all.
Definitely.
So with that said, it brings to a thought the DMX funeral this past weekend, which I hope I'm right. It was in New York, I
Yes.
believe, right? So it was in New York Saturday. It's a little foggy, but Saturday it was like a 2-day event. And Saturday, one thing about when I said that is one thing that happened on Saturday was Kanye West's Sunday choir, or Sunday, the choir from the Sunday services. And you know what I thought about something? I thought a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say about Kanye, and was it right or his intention? So this is my personal opinion. Who can judge the heart? You can't really say. I mean, you can judge the fruit, after that reveals itself, but you can't say, well, no, he didn't love God, or this is just for the people, or this is just to be popular. And then on the other side, the music is amazing. You can't deny that. The music is amazing. The presentation is incredible. And I thought when I was watching this, I thought, wow, all these people in this room. See, even if his heart wasn't right, let's say the big if, right? That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if that were the case, God still used him to bring all those people together. Fast forward, DMX unfortunately passes. And at that moment, there's this continuous message about Jesus. Yeah, we are a gospel station. So
Hello.
you know what I'm saying? So I thought, whoa. And then Lena Bird.
Oh, we don't even want to go there because I didn't necessarily see the whole entire. I saw segments of who I really wanted to see. Lord forgive me, but it's funny because me and Lena Bird Miles have been singing together since teenagers.
Wow.
And she literally has been singing like that forever.
Crazy.
To where, and I say I'm a singer, so she's like the singer's gift is what I call her, because she
Agree.
just, her voice, it hits the tear ducts and tears
Agree.
just in the row, because it's just like, oh my goodness, where did this come from?
Agree.
And it's
Yeah.
amazing to me because she's always been so very humble. I can remember back in the day, I was just like, girl, I'll give you my buddy pass to go try out for Sunday Best. I don't want you to win. I just want you to go. And she was just like, no, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. But to see what God has done and what he's doing, she is up there with the greatest.
Man, and when I tell you the girl killed it. So if you're like, what are we talking about? You can definitely just go back and YouTube it actually. And you'll see this. She sang You Are the Sunshine, one, Clark Sisters, one of Clark Sisters' most famous songs, and the
When
girl
they're posting,
annihilated. Huh?
and Yo-Yo, they're posting. The Clark sisters are actually
Yeah.
reposting her. So when you
Yeah, I
got
mean,
the
and people say that's not a big deal. Well, there are I've seen hundreds of people singing this song, right? So when the artist who created the song says wow, or they post it, that's a big deal. And I'm tell you something, she annihilated the song. At one point I said, oh, Lena is taking these people in. And let me tell you the cool thing that I thought that happened on during the DMX Memorial Weekend, if I could say, the constant message of Jesus. I mean, the entire weekend,
right.
from his ex-wife to his fiance to the people to there was a woman that came up with all the children, and she said, do you have Jesus? I said, whoa, it was really, really awesome. It was really, really, really dope to watch. And then on the next day there was a actual funeral service. And first, let me tell you this I want to say this in the nicest way, but I do want to say it. We still black. And so it was still a black funeral. Amen. And
Amen.
it was 5 hours.
Lord Jesus.
And at one point, his pastor She got up and she had these words. She did very well, and she said, "Y'all, I'm ready to get some chicken. We've been here 5 hours."
That's a
And
long.
the whole thing was televised on BET, and so you can go back and watch it if you have you can go back and watch it on BET, or you can go, I'm sure it's on YouTube by now, or you can go back, to BET just down the stream. But it was really incredible. There were a lot of great people. Some people I did not know who, necessarily who they were, but the music was just like so freaking incredible. Leandria,
That was another top.
I've heard this girl sing 800 times. I honestly never get tired of her, like ever. She could sing, little Mary had a little lamb. It wouldn't matter.
ABCs.
That girl did a medley, couple of her songs, little Richard Smallwood, little Fred Hammond. By the time she got done, listen, the thugs were standing, okay?
But you
Everybody
know,
was like, oh my God.
that's the funny thing to me, because even yesterday I was talking to somebody, and we're so quick to be believers and lovers of each other, to where as soon as you make a mistake or as soon as you do something wrong, you want to trash my gift. But the Bible does declare the gift come without repentance. So at the end of the day, don't let my mess you up from the fruit of my gift.
Absolutely. So
Because the
you
gift
just
still
did a
stands.
big segue. So Faith Evans. So
I
here's
don't like
here's my here's my thing. Everybody was trashing and bashing Faith. And I hope Demetrius don't kill us like this. Tracy J. Wilson said Leandria killed it. She took me out. Oh yeah, she took me out. I'm telling y'all, the thugs were standing. It was like, oh my God, people were crying. It was mad. It was just like mad. So with Faith Evans, what I found interesting, everybody was trashing and bashing. I saw a lot of comments on social media. I saw a lot of comments in the comments while the actual service was actually live streaming. Right, I've seen all kind of stuff, and so I know people. Here's my thing: do I always feel you should give your best? Absolutely, no matter what, no
Amen.
matter when. But I also understand, and if you are a singer, a performer, even a musician, to be honest with you, and I'm more than sure Corey can attest, singing at funerals are not always the most easiest thing to do, even if you don't know the people, because you're looking out in the audience, you're seeing the little girl crying, you're seeing the guy in the back trying to wipe his face. It's a lot of emotional moments, especially pending how the person died, who the person was, the situation. So I know you may say, well, it was recorded, or it looked like it been pre-recorded. She had socks on, she had this. Okay, I get it. But all I kept thinking about was, what if that was the last time I got to sing for my friend? I don't even get to sing with my friend. I'm singing for him, and this is the last time that I will get this opportunity in this way. Maybe there may be some type of tribute later on. So I did feel like, honestly, people are a bit harsh concerning that moment. I know it wasn't the best, but that's just me though. I just kept thinking, maybe we're being a little cruel, because that had to be a very difficult moment, because you don't get him back.
Right.
That's just me. Your thoughts?
Well, it's funny, because I've actually opened for Faith Evans 2 years ago at Juneteenth, and it was funny
Nice.
because I opened up for her with gospel music, and she had black hair. So after I got off the stage, she was just like, "Was that just you up there?" And I'm looking like, "Yeah." She's just like, "Oh, you just killed it." I think sometimes when you are a great, people don't think that you have moments of
Mm-hmm.
weakness or moments to where you're not. So every good singer is, you're gonna have a day to where it's just like, I may have missed the mark. And I
Mm-hmm.
thought, because I was just like, okay, I'm a Faith and Anita Baker, period. They can't mess up for me. But it was I'm sure it was a difficult situation, and I've had those days. I know how to do funerals because I've done so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not an easy task. Just like it's not easy to cry and sing. I don't know It's not very many artists that can cry and sing but Vicky Winans.
I know it's so hard. It's like you're coming through it and you're trying to like, okay, breathe. In your mind, you're saying, breathe. Okay, sing. You know, some people don't know this about music, which is a question. I'm so glad you came on with me today because I thought about this while I was getting ready. First, what you just said, I don't think people understand. You're doing a lot at one time. So you're thinking really, I was always taught singing is actually 10% singing and 90% thinking because you're constantly thinking the whole time, right? So you're having a conversation. Let me tell you conversations I have in my head. Jesus, please don't let me fall on the floor. Don't let me slip. Oh my God. My
Don't forget the
feet are
words.
killing me. In
Right.
my case, Kevin Lemons, thank you so much. So my feet are killing me. You know, I don't want to fall. Oh God, is that the right words? Okay, God, I hope that, you know, you trying to keep your heart right. It's like a lot going on at one time, which is why I'm not, you know, at all jealous of drummers. It's just a whole lot that you got to do at one time that I don't know if I could execute well.
Right.
But is that what some of the things you experience while you're singing, while you're performing?
Are you asking me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and to take that even a step further, being a worship leader, you are basically the traffic light to so many things. And it's a hard situation. It's just like, I mean, I used to be, can I speak in tongues over the mic? Is it okay? Can I be called up? Can I worship the Lord in this moment? You know, and then different churches, different reactions, different people, different events. It people don't understand. I wish that they could sometimes walk in those shoes just for a few moments because it's not the easiest at all.
And at all. So let's take a quick slide because I want to slide back and ask you a question. Let's take a quick slide. Birthdays today. Whose birthday is it? You got your phone? So whose birthday is it? So listen, if I want to well, Freedom Radio. So first let me say happy as he would do. Happy BARTHY. Happy birthday. Okay, so this is what I would love to do. If it's your birthday, because we may miss it. If it's your birthday, if it's your mom's birthday, your cousin, Nug Nug, Pookie, and them, go ahead and type, you know, tag them to this post so we can say, hey, 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 happy birthday to you. And then what I'm gonna do while Jacory's pulling up, we're gonna go backwards a little bit. Because usually we do the people and then we do the celebrities. So let's see. Today is we gotta get these famous birthdays up because there's some like really famous birthdays today. And I will say this: a birthday is
Oh,
coming up. We're gonna miss her birthday. Did someone say it's their birthday? Okay, so there's a birthday coming up, but we're gonna miss her birthday before we come on again. Erica Campbell's birthday is April 29th. So happy
happy birthday.
day, Erica. Happy birthday in advance. Yeah, she's and all the Campbells, they're all Tauruses. They're all coming up kind of just like all neck and neck together. So
Oh, wow.
Erica's birthday is on the 29th. Tina's birthday is May 1st. We're all, you know, it's a reason that we're all connected. So their birthday is May 1st. Gugu, their little sister, her birthday is May the 4th, and my birthday is May 5th. So,
Oh,
oh yeah,
where's the
Cinco de
people at?
Mayo. Oh,
What we doing?
Cinco de Mayo. I don't know. I'm trying to
What we
figure out what.
doing? I think we doing something.
I know.
Okay,
I'm working on it. So,
okay.
Jacory, let's see. While I'm looking for these famous celebrity birthdays. All right, let's see. Celebrities' birthdays today. It's today. Whoa. Today is Lizzo's birthday. She is 33 years old.
Come on, 33.
Yep. So Lizzo's birthday is today. I believe that Carol Barnett. Now, if you don't know who that is, you know, you'll be a little old, maybe little like just a tinge. I used to watch Carol Burnett, very very amazing comedian. I would say from the 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe like 50s, 60s, 70s. Very very famous famous comedian. So You jump in, Jacory. Whose birthdays do you have today?
Okay, so today I have Ronell Benjamin. Happy birthday to you. Greg Erica White. Let me just say today is the Bay Area's Gospel Shaka Khan's birthday, and that is none other than Robin Hodge Williams. I love her to death.
Oh, happy
Happy
birthday!
birthday. And I'm about to put a video up about that later. But Shay Bryan, happy birthday. CJ Story, happy birthday. Oh, some of these last names I just have to, overlook. Praise the Lord. Uh, Leela Alexander, happy birthday. And that's my list of birthdays. Oh,
That's your list of
yesterday, Michelle Cannon's birthday, and also my best friend, Robin Smith. Happy birthday to all of you. Back to you.
Back to me. So actually, let me correct myself. Actually, Carol Barnett's birthday was yesterday. Also, I saw Kevin James' birthday. You may say, who is Kevin James? If you ever see the show King and Queens, his birthday, he is the lead role in that. His birthday was yesterday. And so I already said there's some other, in gospel music, Erica Campbell. Tina's birthday is coming up, their little sister. Gugu, her birthday's coming up. So, hey, if you're a May baby, or coming up on the May, that means you're a Taurus and you're in extremely good company. As today, my birthday is coming down the pipe, so I'll be 42. I don't know. I wish I was gonna be 35 again, or 26 again. I really would take the 26 for sure. So,
Me
but
too.
I'm here to. Yeah, I would do that again. I would love to do that again. It'd be nice, and I'd do it better. So in my town, Liz Black, her birthday is today. Corey Thomas, Randy Hood, Melvin Smith, his birthday is today. A couple of days ago, back home was Ralph Beecham, a longtime friend of mine. My cousin's birthday, Calvin, little Frank as we call him, his birthday was a couple days ago. All right, so Jacory, I want to ask you a question. And I want to make sure we talk about the Oscars too. So I want to ask you, let's do this first. Let me switch. Let's go to the Oscars. So the Oscars, the 98 Academy Awards ceremony was this past weekend. For the most part, it was virtual. There was an audience. I want to make sure that I say this correctly. There was a big win that was not normal, and I believe it was the first time ever where let me see, these two young ladies won for makeup and the makeup award, and they were two black women, the first
Wow.
time ever. And so I thought that was really, really, I didn't get an opportunity to watch it all, but I did think that was super duper 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 incredible that they won this really, really amazing award. So shout out to them. I thought that was awesomely dope. Hi, Leah. Good morning to you. All
Hey.
right. So the Academy Awards. Yes. So there was some nice clothing that I saw that I want to make sure that I shared. And it's a lot of it, so I won't be able to share all of it.
Who shares
Um,
some?
but I did see some that I thought was like, ooh la la. So let me grab it here really fast.
Let's give you some fashion help from Freedem.
Let's give you some fashion help from Freedem. All right, so just a few. I won't be able to show all of it, but of course, man, I just thought she looked really nice. I don't know if it was my favorite, but I did think she always presents well. She always looks well. So I did think she looked, pretty incredible. Yes, Sunny. Um, now you're like, who this lady's name? So her name's what is her name, Jacory? I'm just being honest.
I can't even see her face. I ain't got my glasses on.
Can't see her face.
I like her white.
She played in How to Get Away with Murder.
Murder. Oh, I can't think of her name.
Viola Davis. Sorry, y'all. Her name skipped my mind for a second. So Viola Davis, I thought she looked so nice.
Well, and it
Again,
works
not sure
well
if it
for
was my
her.
favorite, but I thought she looked nice. Huh?
It works well for her because she has a different kind of swag. So
She
this,
does.
yeah, this suits her very well.
She does. I agree with that. So there was another individual. Okay, does it pull it? Okay. So hold on.
Oh,
Doesn't
I
work as
like
easy as
this. This is ooh.
yeah. So I thought okay, so let me make sure I add. Hold on.
Bear
All
with me.
right. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it takes a second to add it. Okay, so I thought this couple looked really amazing.
Oh yes, I like that. Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure because some people may say, well, who is that? That is Leslie Odom Jr. and Nicolette Robinson. I just thought they looked really nice, very elegant. Just I don't know if I want to say the word, a little chic. But I'm down for a pop of color. But I like the metallic suit.
I do too. I'm like, okay, Tin Man, come on.
Yeah, yeah. I thought the dude looked really nice. Very, very, very different. And then someone else had mentioned, you know, I don't know what we would call this her because I think she's so freaking amazing. Which is I'm pulling her down right now.
I
There
want to
was a
see.
lot of great fashion though, that came down the pipe actually. But we didn't get to see it as we normally do. Now there was definitely some misses. There's always that part for sure. Um, so let me see if I can go back and add.
Come on, this is dope.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the fashion a little bit because I just thought it was so good. I think they're both wearing a new line of Versace. Oh, love the couple. I think they were wearing both a new line of Versace. Wow, very nice. Now let's talk about this for a second.
Ooh, was that Angela?
Did you come up?
She came and left. Come back. You better
All right,
come
here
on,
you go.
Bodress.
Now I like it because I felt like it was a little bit of 80s feel, just a little bit. And I said, well, come on, mother. Like I liked it.
It's different,
It's different.
especially for her. And that split is a little risque. Come on,
It's different.
that's
Yeah, but
A little Tony Braxton, and that split.
I
Come
know, right? I thought it was really, 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 really nice. Very, very different. So, there were a couple of pieces you can go back to places like Vogue.com, places like that, and you can see a lot of the amazing fashion and or looks from uh-oh, where you go?
I wish I knew who made this. Let me look that up. I like that.
You like that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Bella Wade Culture made her outfit. They made all the Kojic wear.
I don't know about the comment. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah, it was some really nice clothing though. I thought it was nice. So I'm gonna go back and watch it. See who won and did this and did that. So I definitely want to pose a question to you, Ja'Cory. I was thinking today. I was listening to some Apple Music radio, and it was all this, this gospel mix. I don't only listen to gospel saints, but it was this gospel mix. And I thought about the question, what is gospel music really? I think, you know, I just want to pose to people watching, what is gospel music? because I think the it's
Mm.
changed so much, and so it's drifting from what it was, or is it drifting from what it was?
It's
Who do you
being watered down
feel like it's been watered down?
because honestly, in my come up in gospel music, it's always been the good news.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I'm seeing now, most of it they're not even calling on the name of Jesus. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's going into more of an inspirational realm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, totally. And it's been going through this transition for the last couple of years. And I think sometimes that's because um, we try to put gospel music on the same platter as R&B, which I get in some form, but in other forms I don't. Because honestly, at the end of the day, I've always felt as though gospel music is the music. So it's the other music should be spinning off of us. Honestly.
So let's go back. When you think about Thomas Dorsey, when you go back that far, you think even then they were giving him a hard time because you're mixing blues with gospel. When you think about Mahalia Jackson, one thing the movie did definitely give you was that they constantly want to put her in this certain box. You can't do it like that. When you think about Aretha Franklin and the list go Kirk Franklin, in modern day, the list goes on and on for people who were given a hard time because they were mixing a little bit of this with a little bit of that, or just their interpretations. So I was thinking about that this morning, like, is it a good veer off? I do agree with you. It does feel a little watered down. I definitely feel like right now everybody's trying to be everybody. Nobody's trying to be themselves, in my personal opinion.
No, that's true. And then the thing is with that, then no one's being heard, really.
Nope.
Because then my thing has always been, I don't know, it's always been a challenge for me because I've never just been a gospel kid. My mother didn't make us just listen to gospel. I've always been into Aretha, all of the greats in R&B. And my thing is, I know I can say for myself that the churches that I've gone to have definitely held me back from my gifting because my thing is, I feel as though the church should push you. They should teach you the
Mhm,
cause and effects of this and that, but
mhm,
they should also train you up. If you know you got somebody that can sing in your church and they lead in worship and they lead in the songs and they're helping your ministry, why not say, hey, go on to Contra Costa College and take some music courses? We don't raise here in the Bay Area, we don't raise our gifts up properly. And
mhm.
then my thing is, in giving me the cause and effect, then know that the root of Jesus is inside of me to where if I do go to sing a love song, that I'm still representing the kingdom. Because
That's
I've gone and I've sung at other churches and I've sung love songs and had a church sit me down for 8 months. Like they did not know.
really
I have been through the fire in the church. And this is a church to where I was dedicated to, was not paid. Because my thing is, it's never been about money for me. But my
right.
thing is, I need the pastor in the church to know my sacrifice in my heart. And I think sometimes we veer away from that. Yeah, there's an artist down in me, but know that wherever my feet tread, Jesus is going with me.
Absolutely.
So, I'm always been challenged with that. Because my thing is, if Anita Baker went to my church, Pastor, would you have a problem if she was on the worship team just because she sings Rapture?
Oh, so right there. So do you think people can do both?
I honestly do because I plan to.
You plan to. So what does that mean when you say you plan to? Do you mean you plan to like release R&B and you plan to release gospel? Or
Something should be coming out R&B in the next. They're pushing for me to. They wanted it out last week. Why is recording
wow.
him surprised? It's really sad. And see, this is the flip side of being gifted. When you're gifted, cash your gift out and just let the net get what it's gonna get. We so quick to judge it. No, pull it in and then let's have a conversation. Because then guess what? I can veer you in the right direction.
Well, and I want to be sure Post Miss Lee agree that gospel music is watered down. Yeah, it just feels, it doesn't feel, and let me be clear. It doesn't mean you have to be hollering. That doesn't mean that it has to be Mary, oh Mary, don't you weep. That doesn't mean it has to be slow, right? It doesn't mean that actually. Um it just, I think for me it's like it doesn't seem to have that. I was working on a project about 2 years ago. So before the pandemic, it's like 2019. Got a call from a guy I had never met, which is not uncommon for me. Okay, in all truth, but don't even know how the guy got to me. And he was working on a hip hop forum, and he was like, when I started talking, he started looking at our page. He's like, "Oh, you're a singer." I said, "Yes, sir." "Oh, you're a gospel singer." He said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Wow." And he started talking. He says, "You probably don't even know who these people are." And I was like, "No, I know who these people are." All the panel he was working with. So he said, "Yolanda, what's the point of the story?" He started telling me how watered down gospel music had become.
Wow.
And I said, "Huh?" He said, "Oh, yeah, you probably think I'm just, this promoter, whatever." And he said that he was an ex-gang member, but his dad was a preacher, and that he grew up in church all his life. And he was an ex-killer.
Wow.
People hired him. Oh man. Yep.
Ooh.
Tell this story. People hired him to kill people. Now I'm definitely not gonna tell you the man's name. People hired him to kill people, right? I'll never forget, it was like on a really nice day. And I remember I was working from my bed on this day, and I said, "What is, huh?" And he started telling me how people would hire him to kill people. And on this day, he was hired to take this guy out, and he was headed to his assignment. He got in his car, and in his car started playing Donnie McClurkin, "We Fall Down." The man said he broke down crying. He still went inside and told the man, he said, I was going to kill you today." He said, "But something stopped me." Years later, that guy got in trouble. The person he was going to kill pulled him out of trouble. The person he was going to kill was a police officer.
Wow.
He and that police officer are the best of friends to this day.
That
The
just
man,
shows the power. Wow.
let me tell you something. When I tell you, I was like, oh my God. So I told the man, I said, "I know you don't know me." I said, "But can I confess to you that I have been struggling in whether or not I should be not so much a gospel artist, but do I have to sing the CCM? Do I have to do this?" He said, "No, you do it the way the Lord told you to do it. Don't venture away from what God did." When I tell you, I was bawling, crying. And I thought,
Wow.
Lord, I thought, oh my God. And I'm tell you the truth, I've never spoken to the man again.
It was just meant for you.
Yeah, I believe it was just meant just for me. When he told me, he said, "Gospel music today." Now, I'm gonna just say what he said. I'm not saying this is for everybody. I'm not attacking. We at Freedom Radio are not attacking anybody's music. We're not saying Jesus is not with you. We're not saying you are anointed. We're not saying any of that. I'm just speaking from what this man said. He said that gospel music today doesn't have any conviction. It doesn't make you want to think. He said that song that day stopped him from ruining his life, because that was the part I left out. He did not know the person he was going to kill was a police officer.
Wow.
So my thought is that whatever you do have to do it to the best of your ability. Whatever you do have to do it unto the Lord. You can't just feel like, oh man, it just don't matter. And no, it matters. A song like "Smile" can change somebody's whole day. A song
Oh,
like Be Grateful, a song like Angels, Richard Smallwood, and the list goes on, right? There are hundreds and millions of gospel songs that have been life-changing for people. Even when I was watching the DMX tour, I just thought this was so amazing. The message of Jesus was continuously pushed out over and over and over and over and over again. And the content of the songs, Hallelujah, Salvation and Glory, Milton Bronson. Listen, the list went on. So that's my story.
that's
I
that's
just thought, wow.
crazy. Because I even look at the DMX whole situation as I still took my issue to Jesus. At the end of the
Wow.
day, at the end of the day, you can and see that's why I get so balled up when it comes to Christianity and the believers, because we're so quick to judge and throw people away. We'll love you right here in our face, but as soon as you drift away to where we can't see you and you do something wrong, then we want to hang you. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. Let me love you till you're more better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sonny Vaughn says, I think gospel music is moving toward the contemporary platform.
It's funny she says that because I'm up for a contemporary gospel war, and I would have never in a million years thought me contemporary.
Really. I feel like I've always been in both worlds. I feel like Cedric Shannon calls me churban, which is not
I
a real
like
word.
that.
He always says you're churban, right? So I'm a little churchy, I'm a little urban at the same time. I think for me it's the intention. It's always the intention, right? It's like Clark Sisters, You Brought the Sunshine. Well, people
That's
don't know, or you may not know, right? This song was contemporary for its day.
right.
But at the same time, people were playing this song in the club and they got a lot of flack for that, but they couldn't control it. Right?
And
I
it's
heard
still
people are
happening.
playing Never Would Have Made It in the club. What do you do?
Right.
How do you control it?
That's funny that you say that, because even with me putting out, I don't know if I told you, putting out My Destiny, it was a hard situation for me because I'm a worship leader and I've been singing in church all my life. But it was just like at the end of the day, when I went in the studio, God was not calling me to give my Sunday morning experience. He was calling for something totally different.
Absolutely.
So I feel as though when you get the full package concert, you're
Mhm.
going to get all of those flavors. But
Mm.
with this particular recipe and song, it was a different reach.
So maybe God's not asking us. And I'm like, listen, first of all, I didn't plan today, okay? So I just let it flow how it go. So maybe it's that God's not asking us to give our Sunday morning experience more than our experience.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah, thank you, Lord, for that. All right. So I feel like I'm supposed to share with you my experience because my experience, I'm really trying not to choke up and run around my own apartment. And yes, I do run around my own house because I believe you can't do in private what you don't do. You can't do in public what you don't do in private.
That's all
All
right.
right. So I feel like maybe we're supposed to share our experience. Right. And so I'll pick on Kirk Franklin. I mean, people, I know it's a lot going on, right? And you have a lot to say, but he's really sharing with you his experience. He grew up listening, as he said several times. He's grown up listening to James Brown and all this music, and then you couple that with the old music that he heard from the woman who raised him. I think what people forget is everybody's experience is different. No one experiences the same. And let me tell you something I learned while watching the DMX Funeral. You Everybody comes from a different space and place. God's not asking everybody to be the same. Me and Jacory are two different people. We're from two different sides of the track. Yeah, we get along like we've been friends since we were kids. Everybody's not gonna see it the same way as you do. That's why there's Richard Smallwood and that's why there's Ricky Dillard.
Right.
Right? That's why there's CC Winans and then there's Kiera Sheard. That it's just a little bit for everybody, but just for me again, I think it's the intent. It's the intent of it. Is your intent to sell millions of records? Well, welcome to 2021. Nobody's selling millions of records anymore. So, is your you do know it takes 1,500 streams to equal one sale.
That's a mess.
I just want to help you. 1,500 people have to listen to your song for it to be one One.
That don't
One
even make sense.
sale.
That don't make no sense.
One sale. Not 10, not 20, not even 5. One. That's why you should still press CDs. Hold no conversation. Okay? Because it's a different day. So your intention has to be a little bit different. Miss Lynette says your experience to reach people in the club, your experience to reach people in the club, not just in church. Absolutely. I think we forget that we're supposed to take the message outside of the four walls. I don't mean to make it real churchy. I'm just saying, I think sometimes what we think music is, it's not always that. What we think God is, it's not that. He
And you
sees
know,
from
that's
the
funny. That is funny because the flip to that is, I remember some years ago, all of the people in the club was from the church.
yes.
So, I'm. It's just it is what it is. The church is everywhere. The believers are
Yeah.
everywhere. The believers are everywhere.
So if
It's a,
God is omnipresent, right, which means he's everywhere at the same time, then how could he only be in church in a four wall? Okay, I'll say it again for Shay Shay in the back. Okay, so if God is omnipresent, meaning he's everywhere at the same time, he's with me over here, he's with Jacory in California, and he's all the way in India, right? He's all the way in Asia. How is it that he's only in the four walls of your church
that part.
on the corner, Sugar Baptist,
That's good.
with 10 seats? That doesn't make sense.
That ain't filled.
That ain't filled. That's all I'm saying. That doesn't make sense, y'all. I think we just need to rethink, kind of rethink how we. And listen, first, because again, I don't want Demetrius get in trouble. I'm not saying if you are a part of Sugar God's Way on the corner of 13th and 12th Avenue, that, and if y'all serving 15 people, that's bad. Listen, you got to do what God told you to do, and you got to do it to the best of your ability. I'm just saying, when you do it well.
That's good. And then live for the Jesus that you know, not for the Jesus that Auntie Pookie and Ray Ray know.
Listen,
Find the Jesus, get knowledge for yourself so that you can. Because I'm seeing people in this day and time, they're not living.
they're not
Just
living.
it's just like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Get to know Jesus for yourself, and he'll let you know what you can and cannot do.
I saw an interview with Kira shared, and they asked her about the Nas X, shoe situation, and she said, I would just want to talk to him. I loved her approach. She said, I just want to talk to him and help him, understand that he can have a better relationship with God. I'm paraphrasing, but she didn't attack it. She said, well, I don't do the devil. She was real clear. But she did not just go in, well, I don't think he should have done that, because I think people forget, lest we forget, y'all. It's the World Wide Web. It's open to everybody.
Right.
Now, the only thing you can have control over is you can make your Instagram private, but y'all forget it's social media. It's supposed to be social. So you can make your Instagram private. You can make your Facebook private. Okay, I get those parts. But those interviews, once you open it up, it's open to the world. The whole world has access to that. So you have to be cautious and careful about what you say. You don't know who's watching you. You don't know who's inspired by you, and you may never get to meet them. There may be people listening to Jacory's song every day. Jacory told me that, and I say this out loud.
Yeah.
Jacory told me Tank reached out to him about his song, right? Now I'm thinking, how'd you get the Tank?
I was just like, is this you? This ain't you. For real.
The
But
Tank.
you
Now
just
this
never
what people
know.
don't know about Tank. So you say, who's Tank? Tank. Tank is a very, very well known R&B artist, very good looking R&B artist. Thank you, Lord. But amen, very well known R&B artist. What people don't know is Tank is a church boy. Grew up playing keys for a choir on the East Coast. You can if you go to YouTube right now, you type in Tank in the choir. You'll see several videos come up with him either playing, him rocking. He's sang with John P. Key. He's even, I think he's sang a little bit with Hezekiah Walker. The boy is, he's a church boy.
See, you don't want to get off of here because you just started something totally different right there. Because this is another question, and I'm gonna pose a question to you. So, all of the church people that are in R&B left gospel music evidently for one reason or another. Why is that? Why is there no money? I mean, there's money in gospel, but why is it the way it is? Because my thing is, if you was over here and it was good, you would have stayed. Because and then we're seeing a lot of the R&B artists kind of switch hit that thing. You know what I'm saying? So I've always wanted to pose that question. Why is it you came from over here? Why did you go over there? And most of the time back in the day it was, oh, well, you go over here and it's bigger money over here. The platform is bigger over here. But guess what? You still from the church. You started over here. That's always been something so funny to me.
Again, the thoughts and comments are not
Amen.
associated with Freedom Radio. So this is my personal opinion. We don't like to pay people.
Right.
We want the saints, as my friend Takita said, we want the saints to sing again. So, please, man, charge it to my head, charge it to my heart, please. I still love to do graphic design for everyone. Amen. I still love Jesus. But I'm going to just be honest, okay? We are not, there's a better way to say this, the Lord said. Okay. We don't always value people
Until they
for the
did.
gifts that they have.
Mm-hmm.
So we feel like it's easier, Sister Yolanda, and I'm going to just be honest, I'm a thickums. And so that means I'm a thick girl, I have curves, a little backside, whatever. So you assume that I want to come sing for a piece of chicken. Do I look like I need a piece of chicken?
Oh, Jesus, Lord, have mercy. I need you.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand. But that has really happened. Like, oh, Yolanda, we can't pay you, but we got some food in the back. Huh? Why would you? I'd rather you just do something else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it comes with understanding too. So let me be fair. Sometimes our business isn't right. Now I do want to be fair, because not every church, every pastor is taking advantage of people. There are a lot of good people that do take care of business. They're not seeking to take advantage of you. They're not seeking to take advantage of your gift. But sometimes our business is not in order. I've experienced this with a promoter that I work with. I've experienced, them sharing with me how they got a particular artist on the bill, and once the artist found out who else was on the bill, they came back and asked for more money.
I've seen and heard that myself.
So I think we have to be fair. Now I'm all about being fair. We have to be integral. So I think it's a bit unfair once you found out that Shirley Murdoch was on the bill. Now you come back and ask for extra $5,000. That's just crazy. You should, whatever you negotiate, you should start. So I'll pick on graphics. Like I've had people say, "Oh man, you did work for William Murphy. Oh, I know you charged him like $5,000. Well, why would I do that? I should be charging what I charge from the get." That's just me, right? So I think we got to be fair. Sometimes our business is not right. Sometimes we don't show up. Sometimes we got an attitude. Just being honest. I remember doing an event with someone who did an event with CC Winans, Jesus' sister, the mother of worship. Amen. And so we did this event, and he told me how she stood out in the foyer. She signed every autograph. She hugged every person until the line was done.
Do the new age artists do that type of stuff?
The kids don't do that.
Because I know I used to be the one that, sit there and wait. But I don't see that. I don't see that same thing going down in today's artistry. It's not really about the people.
Again, these thoughts are not Freedom
right.
Radio thoughts.
This just having a conversation.
This Shakari Lada. Right. So let me be clear. I do think that people do. I just don't think it's. There's a lack of A&R.
Oh,
There's a lack of training, in my opinion, that happens. So we're in 2021, and what happens is you can put out your brand new song through a third party in real life, through a third party for 1995. And so for 1995, you can put out your brand new song. You don't have to have any training. The artwork doesn't have to be up to par. Long as it's clear, they'll take it. Um, I see it every day, right? The song is, the mix is not the best. And then no, you have no training. So you don't know how
and
to
let me,
do.
but let me even say this, because I've worked for Dr. Jones when I was a teenager, 2000. That's when I graduated. So I had to be about 18, 19. So, I mean, I've carried a lot of bags. I don't talk name drop and all of that, because
Nice.
at the end of the day, I grew up watching these people, and God just made it happen to where I met them. But I can remember Dr. Jones when he first heard me, because I used to wear I was very flashy. Lord Jesus, I thank God for safety. Just, I'm gonna show you this because I had a silver tinfoil coat on in the Millennium, and that's what I sung. I actually remember Kirk Franklin announced me. I sung "I Won't Complain," and Vicky Winans, she had on a yellow suit. She finished the song.
Wow.
The next time I sung "Mary, Mary," I have it on. It came on BET. They announced me with Gerard. He used to have I think his name was Gerard.
Oh,
So I've
wow.
been around a long time, but in that same token, I can remember them telling me, "You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet." And I had to swallow this pill. I was spending my own funds when I first started going. I mean, so you got to build yourself, and you also have to swallow those pills from those who are in higher. Oh, my mom is watching. Mommy, I'm sorry.
I'm
Yes,
listening.
it was Silverman, but and she can attest. They would kept telling me, "You're not ready. You're not ready." And I can say, if you want to be a gospel artist and you can't pray for somebody after you get off the stage, when they come to you to speak to you of what you done, and they're talking, and you just giving them the shun around. If you can't pray, you ain't ready to be a gospel artist. You're not ready to be a worship leader. Nothing in gospel if you can't pray. And I wasn't ready then. I didn't know how to. I knew what I knew in church, but I didn't have my own dialogue with God to where I could just say, "Stop. We're just gonna pray right now." Because when you got these line of people coming to you, they buying your CDs. They're coming to you with their hurts, their pains, their joys, their strength that they've gotten from what you sung into them. To where there's gonna be some people in this line that you're gonna have to just stop flat foot and just pray on the spot.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
now Oh, but now, after all of learning how to dress, learning how to know what to wear, how to speak, how to carry myself, think before I speak, I learned all of these things in art of development through Dr. Jones. And I could say now, if it were to present itself, I'm ready.
Wow. And that's the part I feel like we're missing. My sister who's watching, Angela, she said less judgment and they feel as they have more freedom with their gift. I think that's when we're talking about, just singing in the circular world. A lot of times, I remember at one point, um, Miss Yolanda, she said, "Yes, you learn from the real ones." Amen.
Thank you,
Yeah, I
Jesus.
think artists then had a different thing. And again, I want because I'm not saying that they didn't care about charts or the song doing well or anything like that. But I think when you think about songs like "Be Grateful," who is almost I'm 41, so "Be Grateful" is almost 40 years old, a little bit over 40 years old as a song. That song's still relevant today.
And
It
everybody
still
sing.
works today. So I think the intention again was really different, and it feels like not all, I'm not saying all, but it feels like some artists, like you said, they don't. I've heard some, no, we don't sign autographs, we don't and I always tell people, you don't know, there's some little girl that was watching some little boy. Maybe it's not always the adults. Sometimes it's just some little girl or boy,
It
teenager
was
watching.
me. It
Listen,
was you watching Bobby Jones.
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
never thought I'd meet him. I never thought he would know my name. I was just watching him and shouting with Beverly. I mean, just realistically, when I look back over what God can do,
what God can do.
It's like, oh my goodness. You're the only one that could have done it. You're the only one that could have known I was a little guy sitting on 45th Street watching the line go across the screen to see, all of these wonderful gospel celebrities. So it's just, God is good.
He is good. And me say sick of Bobby Jones, man. Shout out to Bobby Jones. I just want to say this again. These thoughts are not about Broad Freedom Radio, but I just think it was a mistake to pull him off. And I will always say that. Number one, even though we didn't see 2020 coming, I think Bobby Jones would have thrived
We need the
during
rerun.
2020
Right.
because everybody was at home. People needed something. I think we needed that inspiration. And I don't know if it has an opportunity to come back. When we say to you, it was one of the longest running shows on cable television, period. And what people don't know, there were a lot of careers that were launched through Bobby Jones, Beverly Crawford, and the list. I mean, I would miss a whole bunch of the list of names, the opportunities he gave for people who had never been on television
Right.
and may have never had an opportunity to be on television. People that you love and listen to today because of that man, because of the doors he opened, because of his heart. So, I'm a Bobby Jones fan. I grew up with watching Bobby Jones all my life. You get up, you get ready for church, and as you get ready for church, you were watching Bobby Jones. It was a man, it was a beautiful season. She said, "Love him to life." They did. Love him to life. They did 10 pull him off. Oh, they pulled him off and he was tired and wanted to pass a torch.
And let's
Um,
also keep him in prayer because he's one of our he's got so much wisdom and knowledge. But the thing is, I think sometimes we forget that we still got to pray to keep those people here on earth.
Facts.
And he's definitely getting older, and we need to show our wisdom and knowledge persons that are yet still alive that we still need you here. If we can embed that in them, I believe they'll live to be 102.
I believe
Know
that.
that they're still necessary. We still need them. So, Dr. Jones, we love you here at Freedom,
Oh,
especially me and
absolutely.
Yo-Yo.
Oh, absolutely. Unequivocally. I think he's amazing. So we weren't gonna be long today because it was just me and Jacory, but I hope we've said some things that made you think. And so let me say this too. You know, singing any genre of music, anything, performing anything is not always as easy, maybe as it appears to be. So I'd like to encourage you today, reach out to one of your fellow artists. It doesn't matter how big they are. Sometimes people don't know just a person, the people artists get a lot of flack like Faith Evans over the weekend, stuff like that. And sometimes it's just nice when you look in the comments and you see like, thank you for your music. Your music saved my life, or whatever the content of that, may have been. Miss your mother, Miss Yolanda, she said, and he is very touchable, as in Bobby Jones. Hey, Miss Candidate. So we weren't going to be long this morning because we we're working, but and we're not a full team this morning. But I did want to say I hope we said something that reached you, and hopefully you guys have a good week. Any closing thoughts, Jacory?
I just say live like there's no tomorrow. People are dropping like flies. I'm
Hmm.
getting messages every day of funerals and people that are dying, and we still can't celebrate like we're accustomed to. So
Yep.
live like there's no tomorrow. Don't let
Yep.
nothing weigh you down. Don't let a Gucci bag. Don't let nothing weigh you down. Just keep a
Yep.
smile on your face.
Absolutely. There was a story I forgot to share.
Come on, share it.
So quickly, dating in the pandemic. I haven't talked a lot about me dating per se, but I shared this with them yesterday, in our chat. Someone had contacted me. First, say, ask if you can FaceTime people. Don't assume that you can just FaceTime a person. You don't know what they got going on. Okay. Just my mom will say, honey, don't assume. you know.
That part.
So ask can you FaceTime the folk, right? So this is what I thought was that the gentleman asked me why I had not been dating, and I said, "Well, you say you're pretty. Why aren't you dating?" I said, "Well, COVID does kind of put a damper on things. It kind of slows things down." He said, "Oh, I ain't worried about that." He said, if I ain't got COVID, I'm not gonna get it."
Mm.
He said, "I ain't walking around scared." I said, "I don't think you have to be scared. You should be wise though. You gotta be careful. He said, nah, I ain't even wearing a mask. Huh? So he said, I'm not even wearing a mask. I haven't worn a mask almost the whole thing. Huh? Mm, wow. He said, no, I don't do that. So, but so when you want to go, I said, well, let me call you back because let me call you back. Um, and my mama told me, she said, well, the Lord has already shown you.
Bye.
You are not the one, sir. I just thought that was really interesting. I really wish I could have had Ashton because that commentary for her would have been out the roof. But I thought, okay, so here's my thing about COVID, and then we are going to have our final close, right? I really feel like I get it. I don't think you should walk around in fear either. And I don't think you should walk on pins and needles either, to be really honest with you. But I do think you should practice wisdom. And so also by the laws of the land, there are a lot of places, even the beauty supply, there are a lot of places that you still cannot walk into without a mask on. To suggest that you haven't worn a mask for the last 300 and something odd days, that is really scary, scary stuff, y'all. So be careful out here in these dating streets. I believe a person always tells you who they are. Yeah. It said a lot of things. It said that he was selfish. And that he, didn't necessarily maybe care about the thoughts, of other people. So yeah, just be careful out here in these streets. It's a little different out here.
Well, that just goes to show that there's a different dialogue that's even needed when it comes to dating. Not you ain't only just worry about AIDS. Let me just say over here on this side, I know we're getting off here. Over here, I'm hearing that herpes is on the rise, crabs is on the rise. If you go look up, you better be a little cautious in your dating. Don't let your dating stop you from reaching your destiny.
Shameless plug. Listen.
There's a lot of stuff out here, and,
Oh
and
yeah.
if you're not having a proper conversation, you
Oh
getting
yeah.
getting tricked. You getting tricked up.
Yeah. Yeah. So while we believe in Jesus, and we do, and we believe what the Bible says, let me just
I
you
love
just can't control it, honey. Wrap it. I can't believe I'm about to say this. Wrap it up. Like
and put a
it ain't
mask
that
on.
serious. Y'all, for real. It ain't that serious.
Virtual coffee
Stop
date. Yeah,
getting
what I
information.
have Folgers over here. What you got? Oh, you want tea? Okay, and let's have a conversation. Zoom dates.
Zoom days. Listen, Zoom dates. I think it's really um important to be cautious and careful and listen. I'm not telling y'all I've always done the best out of y'all, but I'm saying red flags. The guy called me with, just FaceTime me without asking. He just assumed and then I don't gotta wait. No, we ain't gotta go through all that. So when we going out? Well, mm.
Who said you were qualified?
Do you have a job? Oh, I do this. Okay, that's cool. Do you know? This is my two questions. Do you have a job? Um, are you straight? And do you know Jesus? And do y'all ride in the same car?
And then tell him that your brother got a questionnaire. He needs your address.
Cause what is going on? So yeah, funny story. Yeah, he told me he didn't wear any mask, hadn't been wearing. I said, well, you gotta understand. I'm not even the girl who freaks out. Like I just felt like that said a lot about his character.
That's
So
funny and that's been another thing for me. It's just like I'm so prone and reaching for my success that I don't even worry about it. It'd be like, if that's gonna hold me back from doing what God's mission, y'all can stay over here.
oh yeah, you can. I don't got time for the crazy. So yeah, I just want to share a story. I hope everyone thank you for tuning in and chilling with us today. Next week you'll be back with Demetrius Toll Free.
And
Um and all of us. And so yeah, keep us all lifted. We're all, just trying to get through life every single day on the best way we know how. Please be cautious. Listen, still wash your hands, still be cautious, still wear a mask. right?
Sanitizer is necessary.
Listen, hand sanitizer is necessary. She said, I love today's show. Thank you, Sonny. That means a lot.
Thank
So
you.
wash your hands, all right? You should wash your hands about 30 seconds. Carry hand sanitizer. As you're traveling, I carry masks. I've about 30 masks, all colors, all shapes, all of that. And I carry mask in my bag. Just be careful. It's like driving. In reality, you're putting on the mask for other people, to prevent it from yourself and other people. And no, it may not be just fully keep you from getting it. Let's just be cautious. That's the same thing with the vaccine. It's to prevent. It's not necessarily to say you won't, but the prayers is that you won't get it. But the way you prevent it is by practicing the mask, wash your hands, so on and so on and so forth. So long, bye bye.
So long, bye bye. Yay! We so crazy.
So I hope you have an absolutely positively incredible day. Remember, you get one life. You have to live it to the best of your ability. Don't forget to log on to Freedom Radio. We play music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you're a gospel artist, that means hip hop. That means, hey, maybe you do gospel poetry. Who knows?
Rap.
Hip hop, worship, choir. All you have to do is contact us here on Freedom Radio. Send us a message right here on Facebook and get us your music. We would love to play it. It does have to be radio ready. But make sure it's radio ready. Make sure you got your cover. Make sure you got your Instagram, your Twitter. Twitter still works. So make sure all that stuff is geared up and let's get you playing. All right. Have an absolutely positively day from myself and Mr. Jagori Brethero. And
Oh, and y'all go vote for Dito, vote for me. Y'all got to put
yeah,
on Gospel Choice Awards. Just check. We'll post it. Just look for it.
Gospel Choice Awards. Make sure you vote for them. And last thing, make sure voting, I believe, is still available for Stellars. So all you have to do, Stellars is open to the public. So let me say this: they're not doing an actual taping, right? A live taping. There is not going to be a live taping that people can attend, but you can vote. Right. So this is what you always say, I'm tired of so and so, Amy Sue winning. Well, if you vote, then you can have a part in maybe who can be the next winner, right? So all you have to do is go to the stellarawards.com, thestellarawards.com, and you can vote up to 3 times a day, or up to every other day, I believe. So make sure you do that. Thank you so much for tuning in and have a great day. Bye bye.